Hello students, you're welcome on Learning with L&R, and today I would like to talk with you regarding the concept of management. First of all, the introduction of management. In this lecture, we are going to complete or discuss the concept, definition, levels, nature, characteristics, functions, importance and principles. First of all, I would like to discuss with you about the concept of management. In this, management is the art of getting things done by a group of people with the effective utilization of available resources. These all people have the same goal and everyone try to achieve that. An individual cannot be treated as a managing body running any organization. A minimum 2 persons are essential to form a management. These persons perform the functions in order to achieve the objective of an organization. The next one is definition of management. Management is the process and agency which directs and guides the operations of an organization in realizing established aim. They all have the same aim and work hard to achieve that one. To manage is to forecast and plan. Forecast means to think about the future and then plan accordingly, to organize, to compound, to coordinate and to control. The next one is levels of management. There are 3 levels are there. First one, top level, middle level and first level. We have to discuss in detail. In top level management, more intellectual skills are required. And here the dean, managing director and the head of the organization is the part of top level management. Then the next one is middle level management. More human skills are required here. For example, principal of college and nursing superintendent in the hospital. These comes under middle level management. They have a connection with the top level management and the first management. Then what comes under the first management or operating management level? More technical skills are required. For example, ward sisters, tutors and lecturers are the part of the first management. Okay, then the next one, the 3 skills. There are 3 skills are evaluated like intellectual skill, human skill and technical skill. Then management, also the nature of the management. Under this we can talk with regarding the nature. It's as a science and an art. Management is as a science and an art. Then management as a profession, right? Then characteristics of management. Art as well as science. It's art, but with the help of technology, people run it. Then management is an activity. There are loaded of activities are present in the management and we manage every day lots of activity that comes under management in an activity. Then management is an continuous process. It never stops. When we do one project, if we successful, then we achieve the next level and do the next one. If we fail or any shortage in that particular project, then again we have to start with new energy. Then management achieving predetermined objectives. Before achieving any goal, we have some objective. Accordingly, we can run. Then organized activities. All the activities which done by the people here, all are organized in a good manner. Then management is a factor of production. The next one is management as a system of activity. Then is also a discipline, and here in management there is some purposeful activities done by the people who are the part of the management. Then next are the characteristics of management. Management aims at maximizing profit. The management always work for profit. Then decision making. In the management, decision making is the very mandatory part. Then management is a profession. For example, we are nursing personnel and work as a professional in our organization. Then universal application. In the management, there are lots of theories that are universally acceptable. We apply these. Okay, management is a getting things done. then management as a class or a team, then management as a career, direction and control. It's dynamic. Why dynamic? Because it changes according to the time. Management is needed at all levels. First level, top level and middle level management always required to run the institution or manage the things in a well manner. Then leadership quality needed in the management. Then the next one is there are 5 functions of management are there. We have to talk about functions of management. Usually the functions of management is planning, organizing, directing, coordinating and controlling are referred to in the management literature as the functions of the management process. Other functions, motivating or actuating. Under this, innovation, new technology or new things. When we do something, then new things comes. After that, representation, then decision making and communication, also the part of function of management. Then importance of management. Management is very significant. Management meets the challenge of change because there is when the community need or society needs changes, accordingly the management work to meet the changes need. For example, these days the COVID trend is going on and accordingly our colleges provide the lecture to the students. Then accomplishment of group goals. There is the same goal of the team to work for and everyone want to achieve that. The next one is effective utilization of resources, the available resources utilized by the team effectively. Then effective functioning. Everyone have their own role to perform. Then sound organization structure. Organization structures, the head of the department, then the subordinates, then the other faculty. There is a need in the management there is a sound organization structure is very mandatory. Then the next one is management directs the organization. Okay, then integrates various interest, stability is very necessary, innovation, then coordination and team spirit comes under the management. Then tackling problems is very necessary in management, then because when we tackles the problem we innovate the new things. A tool for personality development is necessary here. Then the next one, division of work. It applies to all kind of work, managerial as well as technical. It is in the principle of specialization because in the management there is lots of work and we need from top management to the technical skills. We need people who know about the things technically as well as they have very well knowledge regarding how to achieve the goal and accordingly the division of the work done by the head. After that, the authority, responsibility and accountability. According to Phil, had that authority flows from responsibility. Okay, authority, our head or our principals give the work accordingly. If we take the responsibility, they give the more work. If we do not take the responsibility, then accordingly they deal with us. Accountability means we responsible for the work which we assigned by the higher authority. Then discipline. Members of the organization are required to perform their function and conduct themselves in relation to others according to rules, norms and customs. Because we all are here for the growth of the institution and we have to work according to the rules, norms and customs. The next one is unity of command. This principle holds that one employee should have only one boss and receive instructions from the same only. Otherwise, there is a hodgepodge and confusion for the employees. The next one is unity of direction. This means that all managerial and operational activities which relate a distinct group with the same objective should be directed by one group and one plan. Right? If there is one group or one plan, the work going smoothly. Otherwise, there is a confusion. Then subordination of individual interest to organizational interest. The interest of the organization is above the interests of the individual and the group, because we all are work for the organization. For example, it can be achieved only when managers in high position in the organization set an example of honesty, integrity, fairness, and justice. Then next one is remuneration of personnel. Employees should be paid fairly and equitably and according to job differentiation. It means if someone have higher qualification, the management pay accordingly according to the education. Then centralization means management give the authority to the boss, to our boss, to take the decisions. Then scalar chain of command. FOIL explains as superiors and subordinates running throughout the organization from top to bottom. Then that's why there is a scalar chain of command is there. Our head give order to us, then accordingly we give the order our subordinates. Then order means right person on the right job and everything in its proper place. Equity, it means that subordinates should be treated with justice and kindliness. Then the next one is stability of tenure of personnel. The managerial policies should provide a sense of reasonable job security and initiative. It focuses on the ability, attitude, and resourcefulness to act without prompting from others. Managers should create an environment which encourages their subordinates to take initiative and responsibility. Then a spirit decrops. Cohesiveness and team spirit should be encouraged among employees. Okay, our head should be motivated us to initiate the things, and all the employees have the encouragement to do the work. The next one is some other principles are there. The coordinative principle, the functional principle, the staff phase of the functional principle, and division of labor, functional specialization. If you have any question, you can ask. Thank you so much for your attention.